on what's that, boy? We look Kodak.
Cory Holcomb is having a very bad day. Multiple people, including people once really close to him, are exposing his character flaws and why Cory Holcomb is just an overall terrible human being. Now, one person in particular was Donnell Rawlins, where Donnell Rawlins, he broke down how Cory Holcomb's entire shtick of being anti-industry is cope and a fraud. And then Cory Holcomb's ex-co-host Marcus, he broke down how Cory Holcomb is a fraud. On the last episode of Cory Holcomb's podcast, he was bragging about how he's about to sign to this new talent agency and he's 56 years old and he's about to sign a CAA. What 56-year-old signing the CAA? So he was bragging about this. Now, not knowing, everything he just says actually validates all of Donnell Rawlins' criticism of Cory.
It's all part of being the guy. You can't worry about it. You just got to let them people do what they do. Them people going to play out. I'm 56 years old. I'm getting ready to sign with CAA agency.
Oh.
Who you know my age that them ready to sign?
I did not know he was 56 years old.
I must got something going for me. I got something going for me. So I expect people to hate on what we do because the truth is they've been assigned to hate on me. Those are CIs, confidential informants. These are people placed on the internet to stop the growth of this black man's business. And if you dare, because there's some people don't like me. What can I say? Sometimes I don't like me.
He uses the stamp of CAA as validation. I must be great because CAA wants to sign me. And that right there speaks into the psyche of Cory Holcomb and how everything he's been doing is an absolute sham and a fraud. Cory Holcomb has presented himself as the only dude willing to go against Hollywood and the industry, and that's why I haven't made it big. And these dudes have, like Dave Chappelle, he's made it big because Dave Chappelle got the Jewish manager and these huge talent agencies behind him, and Dave Chappelle is playing ball game and Donnell Rawlins is playing ball game. But all of that was just jealousy. All of that was Cory Holcomb realizing that he squandered his opportunities and his chances. But Cory will call anybody with a huge backing behind him, anybody with a support system behind them, he will call them backdooria and accuse them of doing gay stuff to get in their position. Cory even said if you did 3 movies as a black comedian, then you had to sell some butt before, right? You did some gay stuff before. Now Cory is using the very same thing he weaponized against those black comedians. He's not using it as a stamp of validation. And Donnell Rawlins, like a week before, actually spoke on this and actually tore into Cory Holcomb for being jealous, for being somebody who squandered his opportunities. So now he's weaponizing anybody who got something going on. You know, he's weaponizing, like their success against them and making a public think they're backdooria or they must have sold out because they're successful.
Cory Holcomb. Man, I've been wanting to say that in the most respectful way I can, son. Shut the up. And you control the conversation when you're on your platform where you got the people that sit beside you that says yes to everything. Anytime you're outside of an environment that's not safe for you, you have conflict with people, and usually you lose those arguments and those battles.
He's so right. Cory Holcomb sounds smart until somebody who's smart enters into the room. But you usually don't last long in Cory Holcomb's presence if you're somebody with a brain of your own. Like if you're somebody who could articulate and put a sentence together with your own thoughts, Cory Holcomb usually gets rid of you. Think about the host in the past who actually challenged Cory Holcomb and didn't just go along and agree with his nonsense. They're not on that show anymore.
Have you ever took dick? Come on. After a while, that starts sounding gay. Why are you worrying about dick so much? Right? Who keep asking about who? And guess what, Cory? Don't nobody give a Yo, I'm sick of these I don't
Ain't this Cory LeRae? Ain't this Cory LeRae boyfriend now or fiance or whatever the fuck he is? I think that's him, man. Hey, drop in the chat, let me know if that's Cory LeRae husband. Whatever the fuck it's supposed to be.
know what to do. I'm sorry, baby. You told me not to talk about this. I'm sick. My therapist said talk about it. He said talk about it in your authentic way. I'm sick of you that don't want to put the work in, and you see putting the work in, and you want to make excuses. I'm putting the work in 30 plus years. You are, but you ain't doing but sitting behind a desk being a chatty. Guess what I heard? She said, this is what I said. Go put the work in. And guess what? I could be talking about 10 right now. Y'all decide on who the I'm talking about.
Obviously, he's talking about Cory Holcomb when he says, you know, you just got to work harder. You sit behind the desk and gossip. Ain't nobody on YouTube gossip better than Cory Holcomb, bro. Nobody on YouTube gossip as much, as frequently, as consistently as Cory Holcomb, okay? So obviously he's talking about Cory Holcomb. But the point of this video is when he continues and he gets into these talent agencies. See, Cory Holcomb weaponized them now. But he would say, yo, when Cory Holcomb was signed to this agency and this agency, he used to brag about it, which really highlights how much of a fraud Cory Holcomb is. See, Cory Holcomb don't believe that people like Jamie Foxx and others are backdooria, right? He don't believe these people actually did homosexual things to be in their position. He's now just hating on them and attacking them because he squandered his own opportunities. And this entire purpose of the 5150 show is an absolute sham. It's a fraud.
You had every shot that I had. I'm talking to you, and you. You had the same opportunities. You had the agents. You had the Jewish names behind you. You was happy that you the acronym. I'm with APA. I'm with WME. I'm with CEIO. I'm with ICE. You was happy to do all of that in some kind of way. It up and you no more. So now everybody's sucking dick. Everybody's sucking dick. Everybody's backdooria. Everybody's taking that. You, and you. You had the same opportunity, took advantage of the same relationships, and then when that sours, now all of a sudden Hollywood is up. Guess what? Hollywood has always been up. Ain't no surprise. You know what Hollywood is. If all you saying, oh, he's a whatever, he probably did something. I didn't do nothing, but I chose to be in this business, so I know that have a certain situation I don't participate in.
No truer words have been spoken. And we know this. We know Donnell Rawlings ain't lying because Cory Holcomb brought on Chris Spencer to talk about why he's no longer welcome in Hollywood and how he could make his way back into Hollywood. So his entire shtick has been a cope. He's bringing on like seasoned comedians he's friends with to show him how to get back into Hollywood, how to make amends for what he did. So this entire shtick of F Hollywood, F these people are backdooria, that was all shtick, that was all cope, because Cory Holcomb secretly wanted to be those people and he couldn't because he burned his own bridges. So now he's attacking those people. How can anybody support this? This is like blasphemy. Another person who exposed Cory Holcomb for being an absolute fraud is a man by the name of Marcus. He used to be on Cory Holcomb's podcast. He's no longer on because he refuses to be a yes man. And if you want to be on Cory Holcomb's podcast, you kind of have to go along and agree with all of his nonsense. You can't really have an opinion or offer any pushback whatsoever. But yeah, Cory Holcomb fired Marcus or got rid of him from being on the podcast because, you know, he's not a yes man. But Marcus will talk about how Cory Holcomb is actually a fraud, that the Cory Holcomb you see on camera is drastically different from the human being off camera, and Cory Holcomb is inconsistent and a raging hypocrite.
So you had a relationship with Cory, that fell out, whatever, was public, many videos. I don't care about that, but how did that make you feel that someone that you thought was like closer to you would act the way he did when things didn't go, when you thought it was just playful banter, I guess? It's like, yo, this is my man, I say something, and then he's like, that's how I always felt. Like, how does that make you feel? Like, what the
I feel like two different people.
You did, or you felt like he was two different people?
I feel like he was two different people. I feel like in public, I mean, well, on that podcast, he was one, and in person, totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that's what it was. It was like, and I think he's even said that on there. Like he wanted the things that he says and does on there, he don't do it on outside of that.
In real life, like it's a character.
Yeah, but then it got to a point where it started bleeding over.
I didn't need Marcus to tell me that Cory Holcomb is a fraud. I didn't need Marcus to tell me that Cory Holcomb is a different person off camera. Like, for God's sakes, Cory Holcomb will come on his podcast and he will pop it about how he got the Goonie Goons and how don't no man want to see him with these and how he don't go for no disrespect. He's the same person on camera, off camera. But then we seen Cory Holcomb when he's not on camera and he's in these rooms. What Cory Holcomb do? He get on 4 knees and beg for forgiveness when he see these dudes that he talked crap about in person. Right? He ran Jamie Foxx's name through the mud. He's seen Jamie Foxx in person. Now he's a groupie for Jamie Foxx. His words, not mine. He ran Tiffany Haddish's name through the mud. He's seen Tiffany Haddish in person. Now he's a groupie for Tiffany Haddish. His words, not mine. Cory Holcomb was on his show popping it about a comedian recently. Right after the comedian responded back, "What in a fight?" And we'll do a full breakdown on that shortly. Cory Holcomb all of a sudden, "Nah, man, let's just squash it." Yeah, all right. And, imagine being somebody like Marcus, man, right, where you're on the podcast with Cory Holcomb and you are inheriting all these beefs and all these problems, and then you see Cory Holcomb at an event after talking trash about somebody and getting all of you guys in a beef with this person. Now Cory Holcomb is taking a picture, laughing with them, talking about, "Nah, bro, it's just content." So I bet knew Cory Holcomb was a weirdo and a fraud. But now you guys is hearing it from somebody who's actually have dealt with Cory and worked with Cory and had a friendship with Cory for a very long time.
And, we had back and forth, but then but it would always like, it wouldn't get to that point outside of that. And I don't like that. I don't like inconsistency in who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because on this podcast, on my podcast, on another podcast, I don't give a f***. In a public forum, I'm going to always be Marcus. In private, I'm always be Marcus. I'm going to be consistent in the person that I am. I ain't going to change up on you. Unless you change up on me, then it is what it is from there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for the most part, I'm always going to be the same nigga. And I just had to come to realization that
we right the same.
I can't. There's nothing we can't be in any capacity friends or none of that because you ain't the that I thought you would.
All right, so let me ask you this: at any point before it reached that point, were there signs of I should probably separate myself now?
Absolutely.
Because it's normally that. It's normally you ignore the this, and this, and then something crazy happens, and you're like, "Oh, now I gotta go."
Yeah.
But like you said, was the signs is like.
Yeah, absolutely.
My thing is this, and I ain't got nothing against him. You know what I mean? Like I was seeing him out with improv, whatever, talking. I never had a problem with him, but I noticed I'm like, in every situation, when it don't go your way, you say, "Oh, this is how I've been felt about this person." Mm-hmm. I can't respect people who. Even in that, when Diddy went down.
Cory Holcomb is a bad person. He's a terrible human being. Cory Holcomb is probably top 3 worst human beings to ever live. Probably right behind, I don't know, Adolf and Stalin. Then there's Cory, top 3 worst human beings of all time. So no, I'm not like shocked that Cory Holcomb will be super friendly, super cool with somebody. And then before they look up, Cory Holcomb is dissing them and dissing their family and talking trash about moms and stuff like. No, like nobody is shocked. This is Cory Holcomb's behavior. All right. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Is Cory Holcomb a fraud? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on.
I don't know, bro. That dude getting his name ran through the butter. That dude is getting his name ran through the mud. Hey, one time. Okay. 2 times. 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Yeah, you are what they say you are, my friend. So I don't know. But I mean, you 56 years old. Let that shit be. That would be understanding people, bro. Bro, don't even look 50. He look like he about 40. 41 the most. So he look good for 56, man. Cut it out, bro. Leave that shit be. It's over with now. It's find something else to do, man. You bad mouth pump faking with all these people. Then you get in these people present, then you folding up, man. It's over with. So leave that shit be.